never felt before. Some kind of chemical that reaches through my core. Feels like as far as you and me, I've never had a choice. You feel like home. You're like the opposite of all of my mistakes. Tear down the biggest walls and put me in my place. I know that kind of comfortable you cannot replicate. You feel like home. So if you're asking me, say, oh, how do you know? I don't just feel it in my heart. Don't just feel it in my heart. No, I feel it in my bones.
Hey up guys, how are you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. So I'm sorry I haven't uploaded a video in a little while. I must say I've had quite a lot on my plate lately. But today I want to talk about how to work efficiently in college because during my last video, A Day in the Life at the ENS, some of you guys asked me, how do I manage my time? How do I have the time to do everything? And well, work efficiently, very simply. So the very first advice I want to give you is that you should not trust appearances. So all of us, we always feel like our friend, our neighbors, they always seem to be working more efficiently than we are, but you should definitely not trust the appearances. Very simply because it might seem like your friend is working longer than you are, but actually you have no idea whether he's checking out his phone half the time, and so he's not very efficient. And also, well, everyone is different, so we all have different working methods, so the way your friend is working might not be the best way for you, so you should not feel guilty about how the others are working. And anyway, you're not your friend, so what really matters is how you work and the results that you are getting and what is your goal, and not what your friend is doing and what your friend's goals are, okay? So if you do your best and you get results and you get your dream, you should be proud of yourself, and do not compare yourself to your friends who seem to be working more efficiently. So the very first thing that you need to do is to schedule your work, in the sense that you need to know what you have to do, very simply. So there are two ways to do that. You can either plan out your day very specifically, saying that from 8 to 10 you'll do your math homework, and then from 10 to 12 you'll do your history or whatever. So if you want to do that, make sure that you do not underestimate the time you need for every single task. It's better to give yourself extra time to make sure you have time to finish the task, rather than not giving yourself enough time, and at the end you'll be disappointed because you finished only half of what you planned. So that is the first way of scheduling your work, or you can also simply keep a to-do list. That is what I prefer to do. I do not like to have a plan of the day. I like to be more flexible. So a to-do list, you can have it in a little notebook or on a whiteboard. There are lots of different ways to keep a to-do list. Whatever method you choose to use between planning out very specifically your day or keeping a to-do list, or both, the most important thing is to identify your priorities. You absolutely need to know which tasks are a top priority, which ones are a high priority, and which ones are normal, well, no priority. So that's actually why I really like the to-do list, because I can very easily identify my priorities on my whiteboard. I usually surround in red the tasks that are top priority. Then I put a little red star beside the tasks that are high priority, and then I do not put any red mark for every task that are of no priority. So now that you know what you have to do, you have scheduled your work, you need to start working. So the second advice I'm going to give you today is to work in a good environment. We all have a specific environment in which it is easier for us to get focused and to work more efficiently. So you should think about whether you like to work, at what time during the day you like to work. Is it in the morning, in the middle of the day, in the evening? Where do you like to work? Is it in your bedroom, in the library? Do you like to work alone or surrounded by a lot of people? Do you like to work in a calm or noisy environment? Do you like to work with artificial light or with natural light, etc., etc.? So yeah, you should definitely identify in which environment you are most efficient. So now you know what you have to do. You're in front of your desk in a good working environment and you just need to start working. Here comes the third advice I'm going to give you. Your brain is a muscle, which means that the more you train it to be focused and to work, the easier it will get for you to work and to focus on your work. So in other words, if you are in the habit of working 10 minutes, checking your phone, working 10 minutes, checking your social networks, you're just going to train your brain to get distracted every 10 minutes. So if you want to get rid of this habit, or if for some other reason you're having a hard time staying focused for a long time in front of your desk, what you should do is to try the Pomodoro method. So you start out working in 20 minutes sessions. So that means for 20 minutes straight, you are 100% focused. 20 minutes, it's really short, right? You can definitely do it. Everyone can do it. If 20 minutes is too long, you can start at 15 minutes. After the 20 minutes have gone by, you take a few minutes break. 3, 4, 5 minutes break. Do not check your phones. Keep all distractions away. You can simply look outside the window. You let your thoughts wander. You just stretch if you have space and you're not in the middle of the library, and it's kind of weird to stretch in the middle of the library. So if you're at home, it's easier to stretch if you want to. You know, you just find a little something to do for 3 to 5 minutes. And then you do another 20 minutes session. And then you take another break of 5 minutes, etc., etc. After 2 hours, you take a longer break, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. So after this, you start again for a 20 minute session, and I advise you to change regularly the subject you're working on. So every few hours or so, you should stop your math homework and switch to another subject like history or whatever, because working on a new subject, a new homework is very stimulating for your brain. So to sum up the first advice I wanted to give you, make sure you avoid distractions while you are working and train your brain to stay focused for short periods of time. You can start at 20 minutes and then grow up to 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Make sure that during these working sessions, your brain is 100% focused on your work, and you'll see that it's a very efficient way to just make progress on your homework. Now, the fourth and last advice I want to give you is that now that you've been working for several hours and your brain you just cannot focus on your work anymore, and you should definitely do other stuff than your homework that will allow you to stay productive. So you should do things like cook, go for a workout or exercising, take a little power nap, clean your room, do the laundry, all these other stuff that are not considered as homework but will allow you to still feel productive at the end of the day. That way your brain can rest, but you're still productive. So that is all for today. I hope this video has been helpful, and I will not tell you to go check out my Instagram account, because you should be closing this YouTube window and you should go organize yourself to start working. Anyone can do it, so I believe you can do it. I believe you can do it. Just before you close this window, if you have any questions and you want me to give advice on anything else, do not hesitate to comment down below. I do read all of your comments, so yeah, do not hesitate to ask any questions if you have some. And now, that being said, see you in the next one.
2 hearts, 1 valve, pumping the blood, we were the flood, we were the